Welcome to Season 3 of On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach, and you're listening to Business Basics. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow your business. The first 2 seasons was a reboot of my podcast, and we're still learning from my mistakes. As I entered 2019, I grew and really got some depth to my podcast. In Season 3, we're going to revisit those episodes and talk about the growth. What good is a podcast if we're not learning and growing, right? I said it in Season 2, and I'll say it now. There's value in learning from other people's mistakes. We get caught up in wanting things to be perfect and just right, as we should as entrepreneurs. But here's the thing, entrepreneurs are perfectly imperfect, and that's the fuel to our resiliency. We recognize our flaws and build on them to make ourselves better, stronger, and forces to be reckoned with. But let's pump the brakes. As entrepreneurs, we'll have moments of clarity when we need to pivot in our business. It's not hard to get off track, chasing opportunity after opportunity. But here's the thing with that. Every opportunity isn't your opportunity. Take a listen. And welcome back to another episode of On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. And I'm pretty excited about sharing this particular episode in this series in full-on transparency. This is truly about me. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I'm in a transition, and I want to share with you what revelation I've gotten out of it. The first thing I want to say is when you realize you're off track, do not hesitate to pump the brakes, get things in order, and get back on track. In full-on transparency, I chased so many shiny objects in an effort to compete with people I was never meant to compete with. Yes, we were in the same industry, same business, but not the same focus. The other thing was I got off track chasing shiny objects from recommendations and ideas and thoughts and concepts and, oh, you should do this and you should do that and you should do that. Oh yeah, that is great. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. But at the end of the day, that was not my charge. That wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. I lost focus on the original plan. And that's where you have to be careful when networking with people and connecting with other people. You can't let other people tell you what your value is. You know what your value add, what we call value proposition, what your value added for your business. And you know your original purpose, and you know these things. And it's not other people's responsibility to keep you focused. It's your own. And that's a challenge sometimes because other people will come along and see, oh my God, you're good at this. And oh my goodness, you're good at that. And oh man, with your background, you should be doing this over here and you should be doing that over there. And that's how you can easily chase a bunch of shiny objects and still feel like you're just running, but you're not making progress. And the reason you're not making progress is because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've lost sight of your original focus. So one of the first things you always have to do is keep your vision in front of you. Don't ever keep your vision out of your focus. It should always be in your line of view. I don't care if it's on your phone, keep it on your wall, keep it on your computer, but you should always keep your vision in front of you. What is your vision? What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? What set me on this path in the first place? Remember, I used to talk about what's your why. You not only want to keep your why, but you want to know who did I say was my target audience in the first place, and why did I pick that? And this will all go back to your business plan. What did you tell yourself in the beginning, and why did you get away from it? And these are things you have to talk to yourself about to get back on track and refocus and regroup, and tell yourself, I don't care what other people say. I need to see this thing through. And then if there's time, if there's room, if these other things, add up, I'm going to add to them. You should always be considering other streams of income and other opportunities to grow and expand your business. But if you do
You still never want to get too far away from your intended purpose and focus in the first place. And a lot of times that's what we do. We get too far away. We stray too far away from our intended focus. And that's not on anybody else. That's on us, because we're the business owner and we make those decisions. So one, keep your business plan in front of you. It should not be in some book on the shelf that you never pick up and look at. You should be regularly looking at your business plan, because that's keeping you on track and focused. It keeps you on track with your goals. So you know what you need to do. And it helps you figure out where to go and how, where do you lay the footwork to really start, getting out there and targeting what you need to target. And the other thing is, you have to affirm yourself, even if other people don't. I know what got me off track was I allowed someone to speak death to my passion. And listen, instead of correcting that person, I just like, I just shook it off, not realizing that verbal seed killed not only my passion, but my vision and my dream. And it caused me to go off on this tangent, chasing these shiny objects because it's what someone else felt I should be doing versus what I determined to do, because nothing drives you more than passion. I'm telling you, the more passionate you are about your business and what you're doing, nothing drives you more. You're going to be out there beating those streets. And eventually, when you beat those streets, no doesn't bother you because you're passionate about it. And you know that, guess what? You know what? Hey, on to the next, because people are investing in that passion, because somebody's going to see it and they're going to be like, ooh, I want to invest in that because that person's passionate. It's like, good and well, all water. It's like you working for Nestle and somebody selling you Deer Park. It's not the product. It's the person that convinced you that this is the best water on earth, but you work for Nestle, and so you want to it's that passion. It's the passion, the drive, the excitement that person brought to the table and pulled it in. And now it's like, I want to get behind that. People are investing in you. They're not investing in your product or your service. Yes, you've got to deliver on that end, but how passionate about you when it comes to selling it, convincing other people that this is what they need in their lives at this time. So I want to encourage you, learn and listen, I'm being fully transparent here. Learn from my mistake. Don't allow yourself to chase shiny objects. Okay, somebody gives you an idea. Great. Jot it down. Put it on the parking lot. Create that parking lot. Put it on the parking lot. We're going to address that at a later time. But right now, I've got to stay focused because this is my vision and I need to see this come to life. And that's what you have to do. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But listen, I don't see this as a failure. I see it as an opportunity to learn and pass that knowledge on to other people and that experience. And then it's like, you know what? Hey, I've learned a lot of things along the way, not only about business and networking and people, but about myself. And I've grown through the process of chasing the shiny object and doing some other things that I needed to do in the first place that I didn't have in place. And so along the way, nothing was ever lost. I didn't lose anything, and I didn't, it wasn't like, oh, you didn't gain anything. I did gain something. It may not have been tangible in the way that I expected or wanted, but I still gained something. And so if you've gotten off track, one, turn around, pump the brakes and turn around. Two, take time to reflect on what you learned from it. What did you get out of that experience, that journey? Yeah, you may be set back a couple of years or a couple of months, but what have you learned? And where are you going from here? So just a little something I want to share with you in full transparency. It's okay to pump the brakes and turn around when you get off track. Chasing shiny objects is easy to do when you're in business and you don't have the right accountability partners, because you'll have people hold you accountable. Then you'll have some people who are in your life. They want to see you succeed, but they have their point of view, their perspective of what you should be doing versus what your vision is not their vision. And that's the thing you've got to remember. And you keep that in front of you and you should be fine. So thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. It's been another episode of Business Basics. If you like this episode of this series, make sure you share it with other people, but also, support it financially. We're taking, money for these series, these episodes. Looking to expand and do some other things, but it takes resources to do those, and we're always accepting monetary donations. So hit that button to support financially, but also make sure you like it and share it. Share it on all your social media. Share it with everybody people who are in business, people you think who want to start a business, people who aren't sure, or whatever. Get it out there and share it and get it in people's hands, because these are some things you want to know, pitfalls you want to avoid, and some other things that will help you be successful, as a business person. So again, this has been another episode with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you in the next episode. Good night.
As in previous episodes, I was still too close to the microphone so you can hear every breath. There's a little feedback from my mouth touching the microphone. Again, you don't need to be close to your microphone. The other thing is you can hear all the objects on my desk that got in the way and distracted me a bit. Make sure your workspace is clear and free of debris and anything that can be an added sound in the background that doesn't add value to your podcast or the episode. Thanks for listening to this episode of Business Basics. This season's episodes build on seasons 1 and 2 to teach some business fundamentals to help you define and strengthen your brand while learning from my podcasting mistakes from day one. Go ahead and like and share this podcast and spread the word about Business Basics. I sincerely appreciate your support and your listening ear. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, or if you need a business coach, email me at info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Until next time.